What's going on, guys? Welcome or welcome back to Dan Reacts. I'm Dan. This is my reaction channel. I am joined with the one and only astounding Addie Cahill.
I was hoping you would finally bring it back.
Astounding?
An extra synonym.
Yeah, we're here now. We're 3 episodes in. You deserve an extra synonym.
I think so.
Cinnamon.
Reset. Back to 1.
You deserve an extra cinnamon.
Thank you.
We don't move very much in between these takes, but we do. We obviously have our drinks. Cheers.
We do have our drinks.
Those of you know we have our drinks, but also in between each episode, just to spruce it up, we also take a couple shots.
Anybody who's like, why do they get crazier as the season goes on? It's because we filmed this in 1 day.
2 days.
2 days, and we're drinking the whole time for the most part.
Episode 2 ended with a bang. Jon Snow back from the grave.
Back from the dead.
From the dead. That is, I was telling her after that episode ended, all of us probably know this if we were fans of Game of Thrones while it was airing. It was one of the, worst kept secrets. It was one of those things where the season ended, people were devastated, and then the moment that the next season started to give promos and stuff, certain countries and not everyone knew exactly what they were supposed to show, I guess, or whatever.
But I feel like come on, man.
I know.
You're not supposed to show that.
There was a couple posters that would show him and stuff like that. So people were like, it was one of those things where people, it's still a great moment and we're very surprised and happy by it. But it's like, you also kind of knew it was going to happen.
I'm also glad to be experiencing it this way because I did not
know that.
Have that. If I had been into this show, I'm very, if I'm into something, I follow all of the actors. Yeah. I follow the show. I watch the hashtags. So I didn't see any of that, but I would have if I had been a fan at the time. So I'm kind of glad because I didn't really know.
Yeah.
I had a hope, not even a gut feeling, because there was a lot of me that was like, he's dead. You need to stop. You're going to look stupid.
Because you feel that way about a lot of characters and then they never come back.
Because sometimes I make predictions and I'm spot on and I'm like, got it. And then sometimes I say things and it's so the opposite of what I think it's going to be that I'm just embarrassed about it later that I said that. So every time I was like, wake up, John, I was like, you're going to feel stupid that you said that later. You're going to really feel stupid. And you're so good about it too. You have such a poker face. Because I'm like, wake up, and you're like, he's dead. Stop saying that. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I just feel like he might wake up. I don't know.
The thing is, I've done this experience before with a number of people. So for you, I feel like I'm very seasoned and prepared.
Your first?
You're not my first Game of Thrones binge, but I feel like that makes it good because I'm super prepared for you. So I'm able to really know okay, this is the moment where you need to really make her believe what she's saying is not correct, or this is the moment where you really need to emphasize a scene because you know that it's going to flip, and whatever.
No, you give me nothing. There's the only, sometimes I'll read into what your reactions are to me saying things, and I'm almost always wrong. So
sometimes I'll react to things and I know it's nothing, but I'll react because you said it.
Or
so
it's something and you're you just don't even respond to me saying that. And I'm like, okay, whatever that means. Am I right? Am I so wrong that I should just shut up? You know what I mean? So it is, it works. I'm just the one on the outside of the inside joke, and everybody in the comments.
We all have this joke, and she doesn't know it.
Everybody in the comments, and you, and all the subscribers are all like, Dan, and they're so good too in the comments lately about not spoiling. They'll be at 2 minutes and 53 seconds, Dan, your face, but they won't say. And I'm like, what is the joke? What am I not getting?
You'll get it someday.
I'll find out eventually.
One day.
Yeah. But it's just so funny because I'm I'm really just out here not knowing anything, and every
You're
single
it's only
person,
my 3rd day out here.
All the thousands of people that watch this channel are all in on the secret. And I'm just well, we'll get there, I guess.
You're the special one. Cheers to you being the guinea pig.
The one who drinks and knows nothing.
We're obviously only 2 episodes in, but would you say it feels like that always? But would you say that there's a character you're already super excited by their story that's kind of playing out in this season?
Sansa, I feel to me, I am the most interested in her storyline, but I'm interested in all of their storylines. It's really neck and neck with everybody, and I think that where their stories are all at are such a place of there's going to be a decision made in the next few episodes it's going to make it go this way or this way. Every single character. You know what I mean? Like, Sansa's with Brienne, so that's great, but, like, where's she going to go?
Brienne could die, and then Sansa could be left alone
What is
again.
the plan from here? You know what I mean? And then, like, Ramsay, he killed his dad. What are we doing? You know? All of them. Like, Arya, you just, you know, you lost your sight. You're going back. Is that a good thing? I don't know. They're all very just, like, on the edge of going into their next storyline.
Yeah.
Is how it feels. So I'm interested in all of it. But Sansa, I feel like, has been so... She's gotten no relief for the entire show. So now it's like she gets this breath of, okay, there's someone who's actually has kneeled and given me their sword and vowed to protect me. That's probably the safest she's ever been in the show. So it
Since, like, episode 2.
Yeah. It feels like a good thing for her, so I'm just excited to see what happens with that. I think I'm the most emotionally invested there.
Well, good. I love that because I feel like, you know, I do think Sansa is one of those characters specifically that is like one of those hit or miss characters. It's very rare that you see someone that's very like, oh, Sansa. They either really die for Sansa or there are a lot of people that don't enjoy Sansa at all. And I feel like that's good that you really have been enjoying her character.
Yeah, I've come around, which is so funny because I remember the comments in like the first season when I was like, Sansa's being such a bitch to her dad, and they were like, why are you like mean to Sansa and whatever? And I'm like, with retrospect, I get why you would feel that way, but obviously I hadn't seen the show yet, so I didn't have that perspective. But now I feel like I'm fully, like, she has just gone through so much that I just want her to be happy and I want her to succeed, and I think she's been so strong through things that would just break any normal person. So I want her to be okay, but there's 2 more seasons, so I'm sure she's gonna just get really fucked with. But if you think something's not gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen.
Very true.
But also a big credit to Tyrion as a character, the way they wrote him and the way that the actor acts him, is that he is so able to shift and be like a chameleon type of person in every situation. He can make it work for him. He would be the character that goes all the way the fuck to Daenerys and gets involved in that storyline. It makes sense for him. He's so simultaneously outcast from everywhere and involved with everywhere.
Right, yes.
He was never welcomed anywhere that he's ever been. So his one great ability is being able to make his situation work. You know? That's all, he's had to do that for survival, and now that's coming into play so much more that he's getting himself out of these really low lows
situations,
and just able to kind of adapt to his surroundings and get people on his side and talk his way out, despite the fact that he really doesn't have a lot to offer anybody. He creates this image for himself that he is indispensable.
All right, well, I'm very excited.
Me too.
It's episode 3. Let's get into this. Let's not waste any more time. Game of Thrones, season 6, episode 3.
Lucky number 3.
The lucky number 3. Davos is like...
He's like, holy shit. Hi, sweetie. She's like, fuck, I did it.
I shouldn't be here. After they stabbed you, after you died, where did you go? What did you see?
Great questions.
Nothing.
That's not what you want to hear.
There was nothing at all. Stannis was not the prince who was promised. That someone has to be. Could you give us a moment?
Melisandre's like, sorry?
She's like, I brought him back, thank you.
Could you give us a moment, actually?
I just met my new prince that I'm gonna devote all myself to.
I mean, if I were Jon, I'd be like, yeah, the Lord of Light is that bitch. Like, that's the one now for me.
I did what I thought was right, and I got murdered for it. Now I'm back. Why? I failed. And I'm gonna fail again.
Davos really just has the right
Davos
words.
is he's so good. I don't want him to die. I really don't want him. And I know he's going to because Game of Thrones kills all the good people.
They think you're some kind of god. I'm not a god. I know that. I saw your pecker. What kind of god would have a pecker that small?
He's like the only one left of that core 5 that started, besides Sam. For like Pip and Bren.
Sam, John's alive. He died, but he's alive now. He has so much to learn.
Are you going to be sick?
Yes. Oh god,
They don't know that Princess Shireen was killed either.
they don't know anything.
I'm excited to see Old Town. The captain says it's the most beautiful city in Westeros.
The Citadel doesn't have make women.
Wherever you go, I go too. That's what you said. If you think it's for the best, we trust you.
They are the sweetest two little angels. He held that in for as long as he could.
He made up with her and then he threw the fuck up.
What?
That's my father. Lord Stark. Where's my sister? And now it begins. No. Now it ends. He's better than my father. Far better. Your father beat him. Heard the story 1,000 times. He stabbed him in the back. I want to see where he's going. Time to go. Father!
Are you time traveling?
The past is already written. The ink is dry. What's in that tower? You won't be here forever. But before you leave, you must learn everything.
Wow.
Okay.
What a flashback scene. Again, the acting casting for like Ned. He
Yeah.
looked just like Ned, sounded just like Ned.
Mm-hmm. Moved like him.
When he said, "Now it ends," it's like it
Yeah.
sounded just like Sean Bean.
Yeah. They do a great job with that.
أنا جوريكم كالي بجفنا. تيجي لاكيرا. أي خلصاري خلرون بجفنا. ما موريس أسكوي خليسي خلك. خليران أكش. أسكوي أجنون.
Something tells me that she'll be.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get out of there. It's crazy though that she can't just like leave.
Wise man once said, the true history of the world is a history of great conversations.
Who said this?
Me? Just now? Let's play a game.
My master Krasnys would sometimes make us play games. Only the girls.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's like, no. That doesn't sound like the game we're gonna play. No.
Oh, you took your time. Sorry.
He's like, that was getting awkward.
That was really hard to keep the conversation flowing, and I'm
They're
Tyrion
like,
Lannister.
what do you mean?
You let the birds get a message to the good masters of Astapor, the wise masters of Yonkai, the benevolent enslavers of Atlantis. Men can be fickle, but birds I always trust.
Men can
Okay.
be fickle, but birds
Birds
I
I
always
always
trust.
How's your mother's jaw?
Will Lord Ferris ever come back?
I don't think so.
He called us his little birds.
The children are the birds.
All I need in return are whispers. This is Sir Gregor. He's friends with all my friends.
He's terrifying.
The kids are like,
Goodbye.
Your little bird's now your grace. What did you do to him exactly? Does he understand what we're saying? I mean, to the extent that he ever understood complete sentences in the first place.
yeah, Jamie, I would not.
Yeah, he understands.
I want little birds in dawn, in a high garden, in the north. If someone is laughing at the queen who walked naked through the streets covered in shit, I want to hear. I want to know where they are.
Okay, so she's recovered
It
from
sounds
her
like she's
moment
back.
of sadness.
She's back in the fold.
Such as the Queen's imprisonment. Thank you for bringing it up. It's well past time we address the abuses I endured. You are not the Queen because you're not married to the King. I do appreciate these things can get a bit confusing in your family.
Oh, Lana! Oh my god, I always lose my cup.
I do appreciate these things can get a bit confusing in your family. Did you think you were fucking your son?
Did you want to? You probably do, you freak.
What about Marcella's death, Uncle? Seeing as you cannot make us leave, we best get on with it. No, we cannot make you leave. And you cannot make us stay.
Cersei really just came in and gave this whole performance, and they were like, "No,
They're
we're leaving.
like, bye! We
Yeah.
don't like you.
We're actually not doing a meeting right now." Somebody kill that guy.
He is so annoying.
My mother would like to see her daughter's final resting place. She must stand trial before 7 Septons. I am the king. You are. What does that mean to you?
What does it mean to you, Tom? And stop asking him what he thinks of your power. Like,
What do you think of your power?
it's like the first call he's made in this whole show.
Yeah, right. Are you giving orders now?
There's a great deal of falsehood in Cersei, you know that. But when she speaks of you, the mother's love outshines it all. You've seen her when she talks to you. If we're to be just and good, then we accept it, all of us, even kings. There's so much good in all of us. The best we can do is to help each other bring it out.
Tommen,
Really, that worked on you?
you do not need to be listening
Like,
to anything.
you let someone preach at you for 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, yeah,
He's an impressionable
maybe.
boy.
Like, he's a preacher. Just fucking walk away. And, like, has anything he's done been good or just? Like,
Who were you before you came here? Arya Stark. Tell me about the Hound. Arya Stark left him to die. He was on her list. Who else was on Arya Stark's funny little list? Which name would you like a girl to speak?
let's go, Arya.
She learned into fight blind.
She can see without eyes.
If a girl tells me her name, I will give her eyes back.
A girl has no name.
If a girl is truly no one, she has nothing to fear. Who are you?
No one.
Whoa ho 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 ho.
Okay.
Arya.
She has her eyes back.
She got her eyes back, and she is no one.
She is no one.
From this point forward, we will address her as no one.
Yeah, I'll still probably call her Arya.
The bastard Jon Snow led an army of wildlings past the wall. There are too many of them for us to be back alone.
So now you've come seeking help.
I'm not kissing your fucking hand. I've got a gift for you. A wild
No. Oh,
Who's this? Rickon Stark.
I was just gonna ask where they were too at the end of the last episode.
How do I know that's Rickon Stark? Welcome home, Lord Stark.
It's always fucking something with him.
We haven't seen those characters in
So
seasons.
long.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
I had a choice, Lord Commander. Betray you, or betray the Night's Watch. I pray I'd make the right choice again. But you, Lord Snow, you'll be fighting their battles forever.
He really believes it.
This season, man, they're really killing characters every episode.
They are going for it. But it had to be done. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Olly. It is still one of those things, though, where with Ser Alliser, it's hard to see day oneers or like season oneers go.
At least he stood by his choice to the last minute. He didn't have any regrets. You did what you did.
What do you want me to do with this? Wear it. Burn it. You have Castle Black. My watch is ended.
I mean, he did die.
Wow. I really understand Jon and like his perspective in that, because it's like he fought and died for this wall, and
now
his
he's
men
back.
betrayed him. He just had to kill a boy who, even though he killed him, it's still Olly. It's still this boy he had to bring up.
Well,
He's
and he had to kill Ser Alliser, who, as much as they hated each other, always had some sort of a, you're doing what you think is right and I'm doing what I think is right.
Mm-hmm. So for him, he's just like, I'm out of this place. Like I have served my time, and I'm
well,
done.
And to pledge an oath to like serve these people until you die, and then to die, and then to come back, kind of is like, I did everything I could.
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I supposed to keep trying? I would like for him to stay there, but I'm also kind of excited to see like where he goes next, what he's gonna do. Yeah.
And from his perspective, it's like the punishment for leaving the wall is death. He's like, okay, kill me again. Like
I already died.
Were you guys gonna kill me?
Well, and technically, it's like he died, so like he's not. I don't know that he's breaking any rules right now.
He's a new person.
You know what I mean? Like your watch ends when you die. He died. His watch did end. Just because he's alive again doesn't mean he made the same oath with, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Very good episode. I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, that one, like, felt like it went really quick because I think they were covering a lot
of bases for it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really, I think it ends on a pretty great note, though, where it's like, it really kind of, like you said, it's like Jon's story is kind of, in a way, starting over. And it's like,
because his whole mission has been this
wall.
Battle at the wall and defending it and all that, and to see him just be like, I can't, I'm not doing this anymore. It's
but then part of me is also like,
what are you gonna do?
Okay, I hear you, and that's great,
but this
they're
battle still
coming.
has to, but I think he's just maybe in a place where he's like, I don't have the same fire to be alive because I was already dead. Like, I shouldn't be here, and so I don't feel the same like urgency of protecting everyone and doing all of this stuff because I already was supposed to be at rest.
Right, yeah.
I liked Tormund and Jon seeing each other
Their
and
hug.
having a hug.
And him and Pip, or him and
Not Pip.
not Pip. I'm so sorry. Him and Ed.
Yeah, that was a good little moment. Gilly and Sam. I always love them.
And
together.
it's nice too because for seasons we've been hearing her be like, "You can't leave us." For her to finally be like,
We trust you.
"Yeah,
like,
you
to
haven't
leave.
you haven't shown me this far that like you don't have my best interest." So
Yeah. And then Arya becoming no one.
Arya is nobody.
She finally did it.
You are nobody, Arya. Congratulations.
She has been trying for so long, and I don't know what that means for her now, but she did it. You've set a goal and you've completed it.
Yeah.
So I was scared she was going to die when she sipped the water. I'm glad that instead of dying, she got her sight back.
Did the part of you think like, oh, is he killing her right now?
Well, I was worried that if she like hadn't fully actually made her transition that she would die, but I felt like
the water would be able to tell whether she was fully committed.
yeah,
or not.
because he was like, if you're truly no one, you have nothing to fear.
Mm-hmm.
So little scared for a second, but very happy for her.
Her being able to fight without her eyes is a
So
tool,
impressive.
that many people need in the show.
Yeah, right. Like she is on top of it. I can't even imagine learning to try to function, much less like fight combat with no sight.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hate the Tommen and the Sparrow conversation. I mean,
And let's just add to that. Hate every scene with Sparrow.
like he is so. It's like if you let your guard down for a second, you're like, oh yeah, I want the world to be just and good, and maybe we all should repent for our sins. But like in reality, no, that's not what we're doing. You guys are sinning just as much as everyone else, and just because you think you talk to God doesn't give you the right to fuck with everybody's life forever without impunity. And why, again, like why is Jaime not in a cell? Like why are you picking and choosing? It's not across the board for everybody. They are picking who they want to fuck with and ignoring other people. It's not, we're just serving justice and we're doing the God's will and whatever. It's like, no, you are choosing people. You are doing things strategically to come into power. And the whole, like, your mother loves you speech to try to, like, soften him. The whole time I'm just thinking, Tommen, you need to see past this.
Kill this guy now.
He is a good talker. He's a preacher. He's a priest. That's what they do. They talk well. They make you
Believe
think
them.
that you need to be, repenting for your sins. You need to be on this path of righteousness with them. But look at what he's actually doing. It doesn't line up. So frustrating. And then, of course, Rickon and Osha being captured.
Like the fact that we haven't seen them since, like, I think season 3.
And then we see them now with Ramsay, of all people. Like, Rickon, precious baby Rickon.
Old Rickon.
Like, now him and Osha are both gonna be just, like, tortured to hell. I just can't, like, just leave the Starks alone. I just need them to be okay for 1 second. We've got Sansa and Arya that are fine now. And, of course, it's like, nope, they can't all be fine. Rickon's in danger.
Not fine. Bran is not fine, is not good, is just, seeing visions of his father.
But he's safe at least.
Yeah.
It's like they can't all be safe at the same time. There has to be one Stark minimum that is going through it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there is no Game of Thrones.
No, it doesn't make sense without a Stark being tortured.
Being absolutely just brought down to
Wait, and then what did you write?
Did I write something else? Oh, can Bran time travel? Because he made Ned look behind him, and then the first thing the guy is like, whatever it was, the ink is dry, and I'm like, I feel like by him saying that, it's sparking like, is the ink dry? It's tempting.
And it's a really interesting backstory to see how you see this apparent story that Bran has been raised to believe
that Ned destroyed this
it didn't
enemy.
happen that way, and
He
it
actually
makes
got
you
stabbed in the
question
back.
a lot of the history we've been fed as an audience.
Was Ned a noble, like, warrior that did everything that he said he did?
And do you get what the woman screaming is referencing to?
No.
He's looking for his sister. Rhaegar kidnapped and raped his sister. That's what started.
Like, was that Lyanna?
That's kind of what
That's what I thought, but I didn't know why she would have been screaming.
Tortured, getting killed, or
Yeah, the way that I think I didn't think about it like that. Like I thought she saw the guy get killed and screamed, and that's why I was like, I thought it was Liana, but then I was like, I don't know why Liana would be upset about that guy being killed. Because the way that that's just how it hit me when I was watching it, was like somebody was watching from the window and was upset that this person was killed. And I'm kind of like, why would she have been upset if she was captured? But yeah, maybe I guess she's being tortured.
It's like something bad's happening to her in that tower. Yeah. Really good episode. Really crazy episode.
Lots going down.
Season so far.
Season 6 is serving the drama.
It's serving the drama. And we got a little bit of Elena.
There's no slow start. There's no let's establish the story. They just jumped right into it.
The story's established and we're here, baby.
We're going for it, yeah.
We're going for it.
Which I love. It's exciting.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed her reaction to episode 3. We're going to be probably doing a couple more episodes today, and then we'll be finishing the season tomorrow. This day. We're going to go do a couple shots, maybe get some food in our system, and then we'll be back for the journey. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.